I'm now a skincare specialist officially.
Yeah.
One product that I recommend people to buy when they come to Korea.
Now you know. If they, recommend the VOH one, like right off the bat, you're like, COSRX has new packaging.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big scandal. I think one of the YouTubers were like advertising this beauty water, right?
Every time we see a brand, we're gonna know. We're gonna be like, oh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your sister Eunice and
Sophia, hi!
Yay! So the geeks are here that are in love with skincare. And today, Sophia and I are gonna go skincare shopping together. So are you excited?
Yeah!
Yes!
So we're here on a random street in Korea.
Yes!
To give you the experience of what it might be like if you were walking down any street. Because on any given street, you'll see very familiar brands.
Definitely.
A lot of the skincare street shops are here.
Yup.
And you can think of street shops as basically like drugstore level products, but they are in street shops in Korea in different brands.
And the cool thing is right now in this one street, you have everything. So we're gonna go to each and every one of them and shop around. So before we go, oh my gosh, so SophiaD, you got your license?
Oh, I know!
Congratulations!
I got my skincare license, guys.
Yeah.
I'm now a skincare specialist officially
Yes.
in K-Beauty.
Yes! I'm so excited. So if you have any questions, please leave in the comments below. And let's go!
Okay.
Let's go! We have a lot of stores to hit up, man.
Yeah, and any of these stores, if you were ever walking down the streets in Korea, you'll see them, you'll come across them because Korea is full of big conglomerates basically.
Right.
And the conglomerates own a lot of these brands. Like for example, here's some place here that we're walking by right now.
Right there, baby.
Is a cafe, but it's owned by the same
CJ.
company, CJ, that owns OliveYoung,
Right.
which is the first store that we're going to go to. So we're here at OliveYoung.
Yes.
And it's also categorized very similarly in every store. And you have like categories like dermo-cosmetics, which is a new term that they came up with, really, to seem more medical or pharmaceutical.
Right.
But it's a made-up term.
Right.
And then they have facial care, hair care, natural care. And OliveYoung is a multi-brand store, so they have a lot of different brands. A lot of them are actually from outside Korea.
Right, right. So I noticed that you were looking at this product.
Yeah.
And COSRX has new packaging. So some people are like, oh, is it not the same thing? But it's the same thing and they have new packages, so don't worry.
Yes, and so if you're in the US, you've seen something like STRI-DEX.
Yeah, ever since like I was in junior high, I remember the commercials. Yeah, for sure.
So if you're in a country that doesn't have Korean products, these are actually very good too.
Right, right.
But the Korean version of it are things like COSRX. Do you use these pads?
No,
Like
I
cleansing
really, actually I don't, because I don't like anything that kind of, how should I say, that can irritate my skin. Yeah, but
I actually use the cleansing pads instead of exfoliating sometimes.
Right, right.
So when I don't have those, because I use enzymes for exfoliating. So when I don't have that ready, I'll use this to just kind of clear my face, and sometimes I'll use it in replacement of toner.
so this one is the one I tried at EuniUnni. It's the MEDIHEAL Peelosoft Eyes and Lip Cleansing Duo. Actually, I didn't try the Q-tip, but I tried the pads and they were very, very good.
Oh, there's also a new brand that everybody's been talking about these days. It's called MANYO. Have you
Yeah,
ever
I
heard
tried
these,
it.
MANYO?
Yeah, and I
What do you
bought
think
some of
of
the
these?
products. Actually, these, they were really famous for the galactomyces serum, which I was so excited about.
Yeah.
But this one seems really new. I didn't hear about this line, the herb green line.
Yeah, it's a new line. I think the brand itself is pretty new, but they've been doing really well. And so they have a lot of these like beauty consumer winner titles on them.
Right, right.
And so when in doubt, I guess that's another another way you can.
I know. You know, you have to pay extra money to put in the little marketing thingies like right here. Let me show you. Like the 판매 1위 best item, you know, these little. Yeah. Another fun fact is that they took out every single product from DHC recently because Korea and Japan are having political issues. So that was really like shocking for me.
Yeah, I actually really liked DHC.
Really?
Yeah, I liked their oil pumps, but
yeah, and you could find it at OliveYoung, but now they just took out all the products. So that was really interesting of how big of an influence like it has. Okay, so another familiar face here is the CMP Laboratory.
Yes, that's a Korean brand. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's under 원래 it started off with Chime Park, right?
Chime Park, yeah, it's actually Chime Park is a dermatology company,
Right.
And so they came up with CNP. Another dermatology company, like you said, is this one.
I love this one. Yeah, I remember. This is like the very first, I think, moisturizer. Not this. Oh, are you okay? So this is like the very first brand that I bought at my dermatologist, and I remember it was really good. And I remember thinking, damn it, like, do I only have to buy it here?
I know.
Like, can it be everywhere? But now it's been like, I think 5 to 6 or even 7 years. Damn, I'm getting old. But yeah, now you can find it at OliveYoung, so that's crazy.
Here's another one. Let's show them this one.
Yeah.
There's another one which a lot of you guys might know.
독도.
Yeah, and this one is actually #1 a lot on the rating apps.
Yeah, 화해 and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's how I got to know about it because the toner was #1 place for such a long time. And I think the crazy thing is not even many Koreans knew about it, but because of that, Koreans started knowing about it. I saw so many people overseas started using this or naming this as their favorite toner.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, it's fast. K-beauty's growing so fast.
And the word spreads fast.
Yeah. If it's good, it's good, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, 식물나라.
Yes, and actually, if you might not be familiar with this, but 식물나라 has been around for the longest time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, even before like K-beauty got really popular, it's actually a CJ brand. They will push it because it's a private brand. That means like kind of like when Sephora sells Sephora brands.
products, yeah.
But 식물나라 has been a product that teens used for the longest time. It was my first skincare set with like
No
lotion
way.
and toner. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, that was like a long time ago, right?
Yeah, and they had different kinds of fruits, and they have 과일나라, they had 식물나라, and they had different things like
Yeah.
that.
And for me, how I got to know about 식물나라 is first of all, I loved their sunscreen. And then I remember, that's how all my unicorns know too. So I was like, 식물나라, even spelling it out. They don't have an American name for it, right? They just say 식물나라. So I wrote it in the description and stuff. And it was so funny because recently I see so many comments, and there was a comment saying when she came to Korea, she went to OliveYoung and she said, 식물나라 보여주세요,
Oh, really?
And then they were like, how do you know 식물나라? And then and then she was like, oh, my 언니 told me about it and stuff. So we're gonna go check out some sunscreens.
Yes.
So here's a section for sunscreens, and like Unni talked about, this is owned by CJ, so they're
pushing it at
they're
OliveYoung.
pushing 식물나라.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you see this beautiful shelf of
Yes.
sunscreens. I do have to say, the one product that I recommend people to buy when they come to Korea is sunscreen.
Yes.
And actually, your US dermatologists will also say that because Korean sunscreen is actually extremely advanced and it's really thin.
Right. Do you see any of your favorite sunscreens here?
Actually, you can't go wrong with a lot of them. But I mean, the brands that we trust are all here, like
Right.
the CNPs, the Self Fusion. People will recognize Dr. Jart. I've actually used this Anessa before.
Yeah,
This is a Japanese brand.
It is, but it's so good.
really good.
Yeah, right. It's been around for such a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, we tried it. Like we swiped it on our hands, but
I've tried this one too.
this one.
Yeah, gel. It's gel.
Ooh. What Senka?
I think it's Sen. Yeah, Senka.
Senka? They're really known for their cleanser, right?
Yeah,
I noticed
the Japanese
the bubble cleanser.
So the reason I recommend that you get sunscreen in Korea because a lot of these Korean-made sunscreens they're hard to export
What? It's because of the ingredient, right? The legally like they won't-
There's just an FDA approval, an extra process for sunscreen to be exported because the countries that get them, they have like different sets of rules, so it's harder to export.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were talking about how like for example, someone will have sunscreen out, but
Yeah.
it won't be allowed in a different country yet because
Yes.
they're going through like the process.
Yes, it's much harder because sun care is sometimes considered more medical than cosmetics, and so they're a little bit more difficult to export over.
Definitely. Oh, this was it.
Oh yeah,
So
these
two
are
were
it.
it. They're so cheap.
These are
and-
sun sprays, guys.
Yeah, these were the babies, and this was a sun spray, and it was so easy to use, and I loved the cooling effect. And this was also very 시원해 too, and they were so cheap. You know?
Yeah. The Korean sunscreen is great. They're really thin. They don't feel sticky, and they're not like heavy. So definitely recommend.
So a brand that I need to get closer with is definitely Dr. Jart because so many of my unicorns and a lot of people love Dr. Jart. So I
Yeah.
also have to go to their pop-up store in Shinsa.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to go. I haven't
They have
been.
now a full building.
Right.
Yeah.
So I went a few times, but they usually have like changed themes.
Yes.
So it's cool. Like I last time I saw it, they had like the bouncy thingy.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
I don't know.
그 뭐지?
They're like a house.
It's like you know how 옛날에 when we were-
Trampolines.
Trampolines. What do you call that in Korean?
팡팡이?
Oh, 팡팡이. I used to love those in kindergarten school. I still
Yeah.
remember. Oh. But anyways, they have the bouncy thingies and stuff. But anyways, this is Dr. Jart Every Sunday Sun Fluid. So I'm gonna check this out. So this is something that I've been wanting to try. But there are so many freaking good sunscreens out there, to be
there
honest.
are.
Even like 2 years ago there wasn't, but
Yeah.
wow, like starting last year, I think there's so many good ones with good
Yeah.
prices too. Oh my gosh, this one already I love.
Can I give you a tip on Dr. Jart too? So one of
Yes.
the reasons that Dr. Jart became so popular is because they're actually an Estee Lauder brand. Did you know that?
No, they're owned under Estee Lauder.
Yeah, that's why their marketing is so good and everybody knows them everywhere all over the world.
Hold on.
Wait.
Did they buy it or was it?
No, so Dr.
Or
Jart
they
started in Korea.
Uh-huh.
It was a Korean company, but Estee Lauder bought
Bought
them.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my
And so now it's an
gosh.
Estee Lauder company, although they have some of the staff working there. And so that's why the marketing has become like amped and it's in all the Sephoras. And it's,
Yes.
Yeah, so they become more of a foreign company. And that's why everybody loves Dr. Jart.
This makes sense because every country I went to, Indonesia.
Yeah, they're familiar with Dr. Jart.
Yeah, everywhere, Italy, everything, everywhere it has Dr. Jart. I'm like, dang, how did Dr.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. So
Yeah.
now it makes sense.
It's Estee Lauder. Yeah.
And this is so interesting because now that we're talking about this, every time we see a brand, we're gonna be like, oh, that's why we saw Dr. Jart everywhere,
Yeah.
So this is so fun. That's why I love hanging out with Sophie. Ooh, this one's super light. I'm so surprised. It looked really thick, but it's literally like a fluid. What do you use, Unni? What sunscreen do you use currently?
I use a lot of the packed ones, like in the cushions.
Ah, okay.
Instead. But I did want to introduce you guys to other textures in sunscreen. This one comes in a tube.
Yeah.
And basically, it's just easier to apply.
Right.
It's called, what is it called? Pofine. But it's also, it's a Hanskin brand.
Right.
Which is a big cosmetics company in Korea. And you just open it up like that. And it looks like a deodorant almost.
Yeah.
But it applies very clear.
Right.
Like this. Goes like that. And so I am one of those people that don't like to touch my face or
Right.
don't like to touch like my skin, and so I want to use this.
Especially when you're reapplying, huh?
Yeah.
Like your hands are dirty outside.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the AHC one. I love that one. I love it. They've upgraded it. It's like one of the most sold sun sticks in Korea.
Yeah, that
And
one's really
a lot of unicorns really love it too.
Yeah. So sunscreen is definitely a must in Korea.
So you guys, here are some of like the familiar faces here, and this one is so popular.
Why did it get so popular in? I think one of the YouTubers were like advertising this beauty water, right? Because everybody's been using this.
Right, and they sold it on Glam, and a lot of people, and especially Charlotte too, she really liked it.
Right,
So like a lot of people, I think, got to know about it thanks to Glam too. Yeah, so for me personally, I've bought a bottle before. It was too strong for me. Some people say it's not. They love it. You know, they swear by it. But for me personally, I felt there's a little bit of alcohol too.
This one I really like actually.
Yeah.
Called Love Forecast.
Yes, this one's so good. I've actually, I put it in the EuniUnni box because I love this so much. But oh my gosh, is it on sale? Because it's pretty expensive, yeah. Oh, 40,000 won. So it's pretty expensive. However, at Gangnam OliveYoung, I heard they're selling it for 28,000 won. They're having big sales everywhere, guys. So get ready for Black Friday, man, because it's gonna go down for sure in Korea too. A lot of people are like getting to know that concept. But anyways, like we were talking about this one. This was something that I wanted to really like, and a lot of people love it because you can use it as a toner. You can use it as kind of like a cleansing water and just everything. But this is like a sad product for me because it's something that I wanted to like, but my skin didn't like. And I think this is a really sensitive subject, but remember Imbuli, the whole thing?
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy too, no?
Yeah, so that's a pretty crazy scandal.
Right. So putting it in a nutshell, so Imbuli is a brand that I talked about a lot on my channel too, but she has a shopping mall called like a clothing shopping mall, but
Internet
now
shopping mall.
Yeah, like as I mentioned before, everybody that does clothing now does beauty too.
Right.
Lots of brands, and so she came out with this cosmetic line called Bli Bli, and a lot of people started reviewing it too. And I heard that some of the products were really good too. But there was this period of time. So what happened was she also did chip. 호박즙?
Yeah, she also sold food. She sold a bunch of things.
Yeah. And then, but she also started selling like how do you say chip? Like pumpkin juices,
Like
kind of?
extracts.
Yeah. And then what happened was there was a little bit of a fungus or something on the plastic part.
Yeah.
And then I guess one of the person like called them up and said, "Can you replace it?" And then they're like, "We can give you a refund for that one product, but we can't give you a refund for every one of the products in the box because we don't know if it had fungus or not." But it's food, that would never happen in the States, right? People would sue people, right?
Yeah.
It's
So I think the way that she went about with the customer service was very, I guess a lot of people found unprofessional.
Yes.
So that brand has been going way down.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? We're gonna keep it short because I don't wanna diss anyone. I don't want people's feelings hurt. But what amazed me was so many people are like hating on her.
Yeah.
But now they love her already. Now she's back.
Is she? Oh, I didn't know that.
she's back. She's doing Instagram and she's selling products now, and she's like the main model again, and everyone's okay with it too.
Oh, that's so short.
I know. So I was just like, it's kind of sad how
quickly
that happens.
these things go come up and down. Yeah.
I think that's one of the things to think about for sure.
Yeah.
GOODAL is a brand that I actually want to buy for Black Friday because I've tried their some of their products, but I haven't used it for a long time because I've only tried their samples. But you like them, right?
Yeah, I like them a lot. So, like I said, I'm always a big fan of like more Korean brands, like not the ones that are foreign bought, and also like indie brands. I really like them a lot because I want to support them, and also they don't have as much marketing power. So a lot of times they use more funds in the product than marketing. So I really like them a lot.
Who's GOODAL under? I feel like they're under some big company.
They're Clio, I think.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, you know Clio, the makeup brand?
Right, yeah, because I think they do sell it on their site.
Yeah. So I think this is their skin line, but I like this product because this one has a lot of vitamin C.
Right.
And I'm all about antioxidants in every single one of my products. So I don't know what you're gonna get for GOODAL, but I would get the serum.
The serum, the tangerine one?
Yeah, it smells good too. You wanna try it? You wanna see it?
Yeah.
Like that.
포커스가 안 맞았어 아직. 잠깐만. 다시 해야 돼. 잠깐만. 포커스가 안 맞았어 아직. 이게 I don't know why. Okay.
So it goes on like that.
Ooh.
It's kind of like in between a liquid and a gel.
Is it like
Not sticky.
not sticky? Was it gentle for you?
Very gentle.
It smells good, huh? They have like a citrusy
Yeah, a lot of Korean products smell really good. I don't think things are as fragrant free like they are in America or Europe. But Koreans.
I don't like that though.
Yeah, I know. But some people actually really like Korean scents too.
Right.
But most Korean products will have scents in it.
I think any products that smell good, you look and there's 향료, you know, or like fragrance.
Fragrance,
like
yeah.
some like
Ours don't. Mass moments don't.
I wanted to try this one because I saw a video where Dr. G's like staff came out and she was talking, and you know how like, you know, when a staff of a brand or, you know, the worker of a brand says this one's good, you know it's good, you know, because like all the staff really like it. There's like different products that the staff really loves. So they were saying how this was really not well known from Dr. G, but she said this was the best, and she would, if she had to choose one product, it would be the Dr. G is this black snail cream?
Oh yeah, snail is really big. You guys know that. Yeah, in Korea.
Do you want to try it too?
Yeah.
Not a strong scent, but looks really thick.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like this is another brand that started as a smaller company, and so I really like companies like that, and so I kind of like Dr. G. Yeah, I want them to do well.
Yeah, but there was like not one product that I really liked or tried.
Right.
Oh, so this one was something that I definitely wanted to try. I feel like it'll be perfect for the upcoming colder weather in Korea.
Yeah. Well, if you like snail too, because people sometimes are looking for specifically snail products.
They love
have
it,
them, yeah.
right? Ooh. It's not too heavy either. It feels really nice. At Botanic Hills.
Yeah, and so this is another OliveYoung CJ private brand, and this particular line is a Sika line, and so you guys might be familiar with Sika.
We love Sika.
I do too, actually. And so they're readily used for people who have redness. So this one's their best item. It's called blemish cream.
Ooh. So this is the BOH. What's the name? Sika Panthenol Blemish Cream. It looks like a sleeping like mask texture though. It's really light.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Yep. And the things to look for are written on here, but it's panthenol, the centella asiatica, that's what they call Sika.
Right.
And the madecasoid. BOH, Botanical Heel, is a CJ brand, and so we just saw a customer and like the manager here recommend that brand, and they'll push it. Not that it's a bad brand, because it's a CJ brand, OliveYoung brand.
Right. It could be good too, but
Yeah.
I think they have to kind of push it.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. So now you know. If they, you know, recommend the BOH one, like right off the bat, you're like,
That means they make more margin off of it than other products.
Yeah, it's really fun to know these background stories.
I know. Well, so generally, actually, the prices might be better because they're more of a private brand. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask this. There's so many. You got surprised on. It's like because there's so many Sika Medis this da, right? But I heard that in Korea by law, even if there's like little tiny bits of
Certain ingredients.
yes, like Sika especially, and then you can call it a Sika cream, you know?
Yeah,
So
it's
what's
true.
up with that?
Well, it's true. So, but generally, they won't put it. It won't make any effect if you don't put enough in.
Right,
And
right.
so you don't have to be scared that certain ones have higher percentages of certain ingredients, but they should note.
Yeah. Of
Usually
how
that's
many
what they'll
percent.
market. Yeah, and they should note like what is the most effective ingredient in the product, and usually they like advertise it on the package.
Exactly. So definitely check the back, the ingredient where it is, because usually if it's like up in the first ones, then
Yeah. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that the ones in the later that come later have less effect, because sometimes you can't have legally too much of a certain percentage,
There's like maximum.
then it becomes a medical product.
Right. So so that's what I wanted to know. Thank you so much. I was really curious about that. So you should definitely check about how much percentage or how much amount of the Sika that it has.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll actually write in the actual milliliters of what they have in there.
Yeah. And I think we've been talking too much now, so I think we're gonna get kind of kicked out of all of them. So let's go to the other one. 감사합니다.
Yeah, and right next door at your house.
Like literally right next door.
And so like we were saying earlier, remember how we said Korea is owned by a lot of the conglomerates, and one of the biggest companies in cosmetics is Amore Pacific, which a lot of you guys know. And so I don't know, Uni, I know you know this, but did you know Etude House is also a Amore Pacific brand? It's one of their street shops.
Yes.
They have many brands, which one of you know, Aritaum is one of them. Etude House is one of their more tween lines.
Right.
And so they have a lot of color cosmetics and they have skincare products that are a little bit more affordable too.
Right.
There's Aritaeum also. Again, we're just on a random street in Korea, and all of these stores are like next to each other.
Literally next to each other.
And they're all everywhere. It's not just this street, they're on all the streets. And so we're gonna check out Aritaeum, which is also another Amore Pacific brand, and all the brands in it are also Amore Pacific.
Right.
It's a little bit of a more higher end than
Etude House.
Yeah, Etude House is like really targeted towards tweens. But here's some of the brands.
Like right off the bat.
Right here.
아이오페, Laneige, 마몽드, 한율, 아리따움.
Hanyu is their like Oriental. These
Yes.
are more like mid-level brands because the higher brands are like Sarhasu, Amore Pacific, so they have that line. Sum is their higher line.
And we saw all the brands at Amore Seongsu, so you guys have to visit there. You have to go too with me.
I know, we should check it out. So,
yeah.
Again, more Amore Pacific.
So there was a lot of products that we love from Amore, but we'll go to Amore Seongsu next time.
We will.
Skincare heaven.
I know. But every street in Korea is like skincare heaven.
Yeah. I think, you know what? We have it so much that sometimes we take it for granted.
We do.
Right? To be honest, like we're so used to it now. Thinking about it, when I go overseas, I'm like, wow, you know?
Right.
Like I should be grateful, like every moment of it.
Skincare is so big in Korea.
Right.
But like we were talking about earlier, they're really just like a lot of really big conglomerates, and there are like 3 or 4 really big companies that have all of the brands. So I really try to find the independent brands and support them because, like I said, a lot of times their ingredients are very, very unique, and a lot of the prices really. A lot of the money goes more towards the product than actually the marketing.
Right, right.
So I try to look for that. And so one of the biggest companies, which you guys know, is Amore. Another big company is LG. What's another big company that you know of? Like all the street brands, basically.
Right.
So under Amore, which is the biggest, they have Amore Pacific, Sarhasu, they have Aritaeum, which actually recently I heard Aritaeum now wants to be a multi-brand shop like CJ. They haven't done it yet, but I heard that they're trying to bring in other companies too.
Wow.
Chikor, you know, Shinsegae
Chikoru.
Yeah, they're trying to bring in, they're actually trying to highlight some independent brands recently.
Right.
So I like Chikor a lot, so we should check that out sometime.
For sure. They don't let you film either.
Oh, okay.
So like,
we could talk about some of their products then.
yeah.
But yeah, like Primera was under, Primera was under
Amore.
Amore, yeah.
Yeah.
So the other company that we saw was Nature Collection. That's all LG.
Right.
And LG's been around forever too, like the same company as the TV and the phones. Yeah, so they've been around forever. CJ's really big, Tucson Place. They own Tucson Place.
Yeah.
CJ also has OliveYoung, and they're actually pushing a lot of their brands as well as other brands.
Right.
But really, like Korea's been made up of these like huge conglomerates, and they own most of these brands.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times, like some smaller companies get really lucky and they'll be sold to like the Estee Lauders of the world, like Dr. Jart.
Right.
Yeah, and so that's how they get really big.
Right.
And so, again, I'm like we're both big supporters of more independent brands, and smaller brands. And by the way, it's dark out because we've been out all day
Already. This is so interesting. I love the behind the scenes. And I know that if you guys are also skincare geeks like us, I know that it would have been fascinating for you to just kind of hit up here.
Yeah.
Because when I first heard, I was like, this brand is under this brand. I was like, no. Like, you know, it shocks you. You're like, oh, it makes sense, right? Some of the things that you were thinking about. So I thought this was such a fun content to share with SophiaD.
Yeah.
And so SophiaD and I are going to go and get some dinner now. So we will see you next time. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. And don't forget to follow SophiaD. I'll leave all the links in the description below. And her brand Mask Moments. I love it. If you're based in US, there's a $1 trial that you can check out on the description below. And if you're overseas, we have Amazon and eBay links for you. So check that out. And also, SophiaD is a certified skincare specialist and
now newly licensed in K-Beauty.
That's right.
Licensed esthetician. Check us out. Ask us any questions. Leave it below.
Yes, so leave it below and we will be back. Bye, loves!